Hi artists, today we're creating Keith Haring dancers inspired by the art of Keith Haring. We just finished reading a book called Keith Haring, The Boy Who Just Kept Drawing, written by Keith Haring. We looked at some of his art and we've talked about his work. So our project today is going to help us elaborate on individual or prompted ideas, and we're going to speculate about the process that the artist used to create the work. So that just means that we're going to experiment using line to illustrate movement specifically for this project, and we're going to try to guess why he used that theme in his work. So let's get started. Okay, this is our reminder from last week that Keith Haring's art usually doesn't have a lot of details in the figures themselves. They're missing eyes and mouths and hair and shoes and fingers, and all of the focus is on the dance that they're doing or their movement, and he uses little lines around the figures to show how they're moving. Project today, you're going to need paper, pencil, and some markers. And if you've already started last week, you need your drawing from last week so that we can add color. Okay, for our project today, you can have your paper turned vertical as tall as it can be, or you could turn it horizontal and make it long. I'm going to do vertical. I'm going to give you an example of how to draw one of our Keith Haring dancers. You're going to start with a circle shape and leave it open at the bottom, and then draw a short line on the left and a short line on the right. Kind of looks like an omega. And then I'm going to skip down a little bit and draw a line on the left side and the right side, and then skip down and draw a horizontal line at the bottom. So the body looks kind of like a square or a rectangle shape that has had all the corners erased. Then I need arms and legs on each of these openings, and my arms could be straight or bent. It doesn't matter, they could go up, down, or out to the side. That's up to you. So I'm going to draw my straight arms using long lines. And I don't have to have detail. Keith Haring doesn't have a lot of detail on his figures. All of his detail is in the movement. If I want a bent arm, I'll use short lines. And for a straight leg, I'll use a long line. And if I bend it, I use short bent lines. And right now it looks like it's posed, but I want it to look like it's dancing. So if I put lines under it, it looks like it's moving up. If I put lines on one side, it looks like it's moving away, like his arm is swinging in. If I put it on the left side and the right side, it looks like it's shaking back and forth. So Keith Haring, from our book, we learned that he liked to fill empty spaces. So I want you to try to fill your paper with dancers or things in a scene for dancing, so that there's not very much empty space. If you draw really big, you don't need as many. If you draw really small, you'll need a lot. I'm going to show you two examples that I worked on already. This one has a horizontal composition with 3 dancers. I had some empty space at the top, so I added confetti, and a little bit of space at the bottom, so I added a dance floor. And in this example, I have 5 dancers. They're pretty silly. I got this idea from looking at some of his work. I had open space at the top, so I used music notes. I've got movement lines and a lot of different ideas. Okay, once you're finished drawing your dancers, I would like for you to outline them with a black marker. You can use a Sharpie marker or a regular black marker, or even a crayon if you don't have one. And then we're going to add color. I'm going to speed up my video so you can watch me add color. I just finished coloring my figures, so I've got all my dancing figures colored. I filled in all the space, and you'll notice that I didn't color the background. If you don't have time to color your background, you can leave it white as long as your paper is full of other objects. If you do have time, I would like for you to add colors to your background if there's time. I Can't wait to see what you create. You can send photos of your art to me on Instagram at Kuhn Art Room, or you can email them to me at Miss Kuhn at amkuhn@auburnschools.org. Thanks. Bye.